Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. I don't know if that's too bright or have we got too much on. Do I change colour? No. Hopefully that's half decent picture. Yes, there is some light shining on the old red ginger forehead. So I do apologise. Anyway, we're back with another beer review, and we are taking a look at another one that I picked up while I was away working in Carnarvon. Now I'm thinking, because this one doesn't have a price tag on, this was one that I picked up the very first week I went, from Londis in Bethesda, so it's North Wales, and the brewery are actually out in Liverpool. It's from Azvex Brewing Co, and this is a can of their Hands of Emptiness India Pale Ale. Beautiful artwork as well. I love that. So simple and yet quite artistic, if you like. Coming in at 7%, 440ml can. Can't remember how much it was. I'm going to guess this would have been about £5 to £6, probably. Have I paid over the odds? I've got the receipt downstairs. I don't know, but I have had a quick look at the back. It's 440ml. It's got barley oats wheat in, obviously. The hops: Eldorado, Strata, Galaxy, and Nelson Sauvin. Because what I done, they're all there and I can't read them, so what I done was take a picture and zoom in on it. So if I am wrong, I do apologise, but yeah, Eldorado, Galaxy, Strata, and Nelson Sauvin. So there may be a little grape note in there as well. So yeah, I'm going to stop talking. We're going to get cracked open and see what we get. I don't think I've had too many from Azvex, maybe 2 or 3. I think it was Azvex that I had that scoop sour, which was flipping bonkers. I mean, that was just mentally bonkers. Shake before you pour. Well, you kind of, with a beer, you're obviously always at that little bit sort of wary about shaking it too much. I really needed to shake it and leave it for 5 minutes proper. So yeah, I don't have one of their glasses, so my good old White Hag IPA glass. Let's get it out and see what we get. Last review of the day. It feels like a while since I've actually banged a few reviews out in one day, because I've had so many lined up. This is actually my third one, but this will not be coming up till at least the 3rd of August, and it's only the 21st of July at the moment, so it's going to be a while before you see this. It's been a while since actually you picked the beer up. I think it was the start of June. Actually, it might have been mid-May actually. This beer is looking stunning. That, for an IPA, looks absolutely fantastic. And I was watching it pour, and I'm thinking, that is looking like a beer with some weight to it, some body to it. So there we go. I'm going to put the can there. One quick flash at it. So, beer in a glass. It's looking typical sort of IPA-ish. You could say there is a slight green tinge to it. I'm not sure if there is a few floaty bits going around. There is a couple of tiny little bits on the bottom you may be able to see there. But it's looking decent. It's looking that sort of green, orangey, tingy kind of looking beer. Just about a finger on top. I didn't go too wild with it, but it looks decent. I think there is a few bubbles going up as well. So I'm going to stop talking. We're going to go in on a note with the nose to get a nose on Hands of Emptiness India Pale Ale. Let's have a sniffers. Yeah, and that's got that dry. The beers I've had recently, especially ones I reviewed, have had that very dry sort of note to them. This has got that sort of dry note of a West Coast in there. That dry, musty, I like to call it. You could say dank. I wouldn't say there's a massive fruity presence in this beer. At the moment, it's feeling all sort of like dry, dank and musty, without any fruity presence. If I have a big sniff, I would say I'm getting a minimal tropical note coming through, but it does smell good and it does look good. So let's dive in. Azvex Brewing Co. out of Liverpool. Hands of Emptiness IPA, 7%, picked up from Londis in Bethesda. Dive in. Cheers. Oh, that's banging. Oh, that is so nice. That is really, really good. That is spot on. Now, I expected it to be weighty. Yeah, 7%, you expect a weighty beer. I think this drink's pretty much spot on for a 7% beer with a body. It's not overly heavy, but at the same time, it has some weight to it. I don't feel like when I'm drinking that, I'm being robbed on the body of the beer. The flavours are fucking spot on. Absolutely spot on. Yeah, that body is spot on, I think, for me. It's on the verge of chewiness. The carbonation is there. I feel like I'm feeling that carbonation, which isn't a bad thing. Lots of small bubbles, quite sprightly, but it suits the beer. And I think if this beer didn't have the body it's got, that carbonation could possibly take over and make you feel disappointed with it. Really smooth. It has got a softness about it. Like I say, the carbonation is nice and it's lots of small bubbles. You do feel it. You could say it gives that mouthfeel a little bit of a rough edge, but at the same time, it really doesn't ruin it. What you get from it, you can kind of ignore because there's so much other good stuff going on in this beer that it carries it through. And everything I've said so far are all good points, really. And then you come to the taste, and for me, that is the big thing. It's just, I don't know, mango, maybe a tickle of grapefruit in the background, pineapple. It's tropical. It's not. These are sort of flavours that I'm picking out, but I wouldn't say they're sort of flavours that you would necessarily stand and pick out. It's odd because it's juicy without actually feeling juicy in a way. It's got all the hoppiness there. It's dry, it's dank, it's musty. The fruity notes you kind of lose in a funny way, but you do get them. They're sort of notes that you pick up in the background without them being too bold and in your face, but you just notice them there. So I think for me, the way I'm doing it, I think picking out these notes is quite incredible, really. I think, because it's not the star of the show. It's very much that dry, dank mustiness to it that is the main part. But the flavours that you have got in the background are just sort of chugging along and complementing the beer. It's so drinkable. That is so drinkable. Like I said at the start, the body is spot on. And I think everything feels balanced. Even though I said the star of the show is that dry, dank, musty feel. All the flavours, other flavours in there are just complementing it, and it's just ticking along really nicely. I mean, that for a standard IPA, it's been a while, I think, since a standard IPA has actually made me think, Jesus Christ, that is really good. I think this hits it's a spot, 100%. It's probably one of the best sort of IPAs I've had recently, or certainly for a long time. And it goes down the street. That 7% really isn't there. You don't get any inkling of alcohol in this. It's drinking. I mean, all right, yeah. If I said at best it's drinking like a 6% beer, but it's still not feeling like a 6% beer. Obviously, you've got decent body, you've got decent flavours in there. But for me, this is top quality stuff. This really is. And this is one I would, without a doubt, happily go out and buy several cans of. Like I said, I'm not sure how much it was, around the £6 mark, probably. But in my opinion, that beer is so good, I would happily pay £6 for it, because I just think it certainly suits my taste buds. It's got everything that I like and I want from an IPA, and it's a very, very decent drop. So Azvex Brewing Co. and their Hands of Emptiness India Pale Ale, coming in at 7% ABV, picked up from Londis Bethesda. Like I said, can't remember exactly how much it was. £6, could have been somewhere around there. If it was less than that, I'd be happy, to be honest, because it is a great beer. So I would definitely recommend people picking it up and giving it a go, if it's still being brewed now. If you see it, definitely give it a go. I would definitely pick it up again. So there you go. If you've had this beer before, let me know your thoughts on it. Thank you all for watching. If you've liked the video, give it a like, give the channel a sub. And that's it for this one. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, what is left, and I will see you again soon on another one. Cheers.